What's going on, family? Man, pray all is well with you all on today. Today is going to be a good one. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. I just want to make sure. All right, y'all can. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Man, listen, y'all, real quick. Let me know where you're tuned in from. Let me know where you're tuned in from, real quick, and we'll get started. I know I say this at the beginning of all my lives, but you all will be all right. Hopefully, I will not keep you too long on today, because I need to actually get up out of here and get ready for some other things that I have going on. So if you can, let me know real quick, where are you tuned in from? So I can just know where you're watching from. New Jersey is in the building. Ohio is in the building. Columbia, South Carolina, my home, is in the building where I was born at, I should say. Let me raise this camera up. Yeah, give me some more room. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I need to actually get my camera raised up, just not raising up my desk. I don't like that. But we're going to have a good conversation today, you guys, that I think is going to be extremely needed. Because if you have a 401k, let me do this real quick because I need to make sure we get this. If you have a 401k, drop it in the chat. If you have a 401k, y'all, drop it in the chat if you have a 401k. I want to know if you have a 401k. Hold on a minute. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't like this over here. Yeah, there we go. I want to move some things over real quick, y'all, so we can have this. What the heck is going on here? Hold on, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my my thing here. I just want to get this thing situated. Excuse me. What the heck? Yo, technology's starting to get on my nerves for real. But listen, if you got 401k, okay, cool, 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 cool. If you have a 401k, then you need to hear this information right now, because the government just changed the rules on some of the retirement savings. Not for everyone, let me say this up front, for a good portion of people who do follow me. And I'm finding out that most people, including some of my financial advisors, are they're not really talking about this. And this affects, watch this, and anyone trying to build wealth for retirement. I do not like the term retirement. Here's why I do not like the term retirement, because I feel as if I would never retire from doing this, right? I truly enjoy what I do, what I have the opportunity of doing. And I want to get to the point. I want y'all to write this down for yourself. I want to get to the point to where we don't have to retire. We can just stop exchanging our time for money, because our money is at a point to where it is generating us enough money to where we can do whatever we desire to do, right? And if you don't know about this new change, depending on your age bracket, and do something before December 31st that we're going to talk about today, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table. For those of you all who may be watching a replay, or if you're new to the live, hey, again, my name is Anthony Oneal. Not again, but for the very first time, thank you for watching. My name is Anthony Oneal, and I am a financial, some people call me an expert, but I really call myself a student. I am a student who teaches what I've been taught, what I have been learning. And today I'm going to be breaking down what just changed, who it impacts, and most importantly, what you need to do about it right now. Now, for those of you all who are like, man, Anthony, you always talk about the basic stuff, get to the meat. I need you to get off this video and possibly get off this channel. I'm here to educate I'm here to educate the people who need a little bit more information so they can thoroughly understand what's happening. So I'm not going to jump straight into this and just go into the big stuff. No, I'm going to break down what is a 401k for the people who really need to understand what is a 401k, right? I'm going to give the basic information because not everybody has the basic information. I was on a live with Bishop TD Jakes here a couple of nights ago, and he said, man, some people don't even have the vocabulary. They see what people are doing, but they don't have the basic understanding and the basic vocabulary to even start understanding even better. And so today, man, I wanna tell you that's what I'm gonna be doing over here at this table. But as always, you guys, I always pull up the article of where I am referencing. Let me put the article inside of the chat so you all will have access to this today's article. And I'm disappointed in this because some of your financial advisors should be giving you this information. I really should be giving you this information, but hey, that's why I'm here, to give you a little bit of education, and so you can see this. All right. So here is the article. A new rule means some 401k contributions will no longer be tax deferred. Here's who will be affected. Now, listen, I'm not going to read this entire article because I'm going to just walk through my notes that I have on the screen that can help you really understand this. But as always, remember, I'm not one of those influencers or gurus or internet personalities that's just going to say something and not really cite where he's getting the information from. So I've put the article inside of the chat for those of you who are watching this live. And if you're watching a replay, the article will be inside of the show notes so you can see this article and read through it yourself. Because again, my job is to expose you, and then from there, it is your job to do more research and to better understand what I talked about on this live. So let me tell you exactly what they just did. All right. Starting January 1st of 2026, just a few months away, the rules on 401k catch-up contributions are changing. Now, I know some of you all are thinking, Anthony, what in the world is a catch-up contribution? Well, let me break it down real simple for the individuals who may not know what a catch-up is. So when you're saying, not saying, but when you're saving for retirement, in your 401k, there's a limit to how much you can put in it each year. So right now, that's about $23,500. But once you turn 50, the government, the United States of America says, hey, you're getting closer to the age that we deem as retirement. So we'll let you put in extra money. That's called a catch-up contribution. That's an extra $7,500 to $11,000 depending on your age. I'm going to look over here in my chat. I'm going to make sure that you all are understanding this. Let me know in the chat if you understand what I mean when I say this is a catch-up. Okay? All right? Let me know. See if I can pull up some of y'all's chat too, because I like to pull that up. All right, so let me know if you understand what I am saying. If you have any questions, let me know. Curly is saying okay. I'm learning to put y'all up on the screen so y'all can see your names, so y'all can see I really do be reading. But I just want to make sure that you all understand. Okay. All right, I see you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, cool, great, 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 great. I do. People are saying tracking. All right, sounds good, sounds good. All right, cool. Let's keep on moving. So here's what's changing. Here's what's changing. If you make over $145,000 a year, those catch-up contributions will no longer be tax deferred. Now they're forcing you to pay taxes on that money now instead of later. All right, so I'm gonna say this one more time. And those of you who are watching, my regulars, going ahead and put this inside the chat. If you make above $145,000 a year, those catch-up contributions will no longer be tax deferred now. They're now forcing us to pay taxes on that right now instead of for later. Now, some of you might be thinking, hey, yo, I don't make $145,000, so this doesn't affect me. Hold on, wait a minute. Here's why everyone, and I mean this, everyone needs to pay attention. All right. This is why everyone needs to pay attention. First, if you're climbing in your career, you might hit that number sooner than you think. Second, this might affect your parents, this might affect your spouse, or someone you love who's trying to save for retirement, but their financial advisor or their job is not informing them of this information. Third, this is the big one. This is the part, I would say, of how do I say this? Of a pattern, I would say. The government is changing how retirement works. And if you're not paying attention, you will be caught off guard. But here's what really concerns me. Here's what really concerns me. About 7% of employers don't even offer a Roth 401k option. Put it in the chat if you have a Roth or you don't have a Roth. Put Roth if you do have one, and just put don't in the chat if you do not, if your company doesn't have a Roth option. So that means if you work for one of these companies and you make over $145,000, you will lose the ability to make catch-up contributions completely. Okay? Completely. You're being penalized for trying to save more for retirement. That doesn't sit well with me. And it shouldn't sit well with yourself either. Now, let me tell you what this really means. And real quick, I see you all talking. I'm seeing Roths. I'm seeing both. I'm seeing okay, all right. So a lot of you all have Roth, and I love this. I love this, and I hope that everyone is investing into the Roth as much as I would say possible. All right. Now let me tell you what this really means for you and for those watching. It's not just about how much you save. It's about how you save it and when you pay taxes. Someone put that in the chat for me. Um, um, Here's the thing about strategically saving for retirement. Strategically saving, I call it for your enjoyment years, your freedom years, when you no longer have to exchange your time for money. It's not just about how much you have, it's about how you save it, how you invest it, and when you pay taxes on it. So when you put money in a traditional 401k, you don't pay taxes right now. So that money grows and you pay taxes when you take it out in your retirement years. The bet is that you'll be in a lower tax bracket when you retire. But with this new rule, high earners are being forced to pay taxes now, when they're likely in their highest earning years, in their highest earning tax bracket. That's more money going to the government today instead of growing for your future. And here's what no one's really talking about. What if tax rates go up in the future? What if the government keeps changing the rules? There's a possibility you could be losing control of your retirement strategy. You all know me, man. I'm very, very key on the word strategy. I'm very, very key on the word strategy. Wealth has not been built, at least by myself and some of my mentors. It wasn't built just because we made a lot of money. It is built because I sat down and I had a clear strategy with my financial advisor, with my CPA, who honestly just texted me, Shanae, I need to call you back. I'll call you back this evening. And with my mentors and with my team members, like everything is a strategy. You do not have to be a millionaire or make $1 million a year to build a net worth of $1 million. No, all you simply need is a strategy. And let me side note here. I'm going to be teaching this Friday in Dallas, Texas, with Bishop T.D. Jakes at his man's conference. As a man thinketh, he said, Anthony, I want you to come here and teach the strategy on how to build wealth in 2025. We're seeing that people are being laid off. We're seeing that people are expenses are at an all-time high. It is expensive to get into homes. And we need to create an environment to where men can come in and learn the strategy on how to build wealth. He didn't say teach them how to make a lot of money. He said, yo, give them the strategy on how to use what they already have to build wealth. So if you're in the Dallas, Texas area, or if you can get to Dallas, Texas this weekend, man, go to Bishop Jakes, go to the Potter's House website and register for the As a Man Thinketh conference. Because I mean, I'm speaking, and then the vice president of Bank of America is speaking, and me and him are just going in about money. All right. So let me get back to what I'm saying. I just want to put that plug in there because I really do mean this. Everything is about a strategy. Everything to me is about strategy. I'm always asking myself, what's the strategy? And this is what I want you to understand. Your 401k, technically, a little bit, is not really controlled by you. What do you mean by this, Anthony? Let me tell you. The government does control it. The government controls how much you can put in. The government controls when you can take it out without any penalties. The government controls how it gets taxed. And now they're changing the rules in the middle of the game. Here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying do not use your 401k. Heck no. Especially if you're getting an employer match. Man, you better max that joint out. Because that's 100% free money. That is oh, that's so good right there. It's not deep, but it's real. That's a part of the strategy to building wealth. Your 401k is a part of the strategy. It is a part of the system to building wealth because you're getting free money matched by your employer. But here's what I am saying. You need to diversify how you're investing into your future. You cannot put all of your eggs in one basket, especially a basket that the United States of America controls. You know, every single day, man, I had my boy Dr. Joe Tutman on the show today. And y'all, every single day I get up at about 5 o'clock, I work out, and then I say about like 7 o'clock, I'm reading my word. As you all can see, man, I'm a little street, but at the same time, I don't play around my word. My Bible, this is the Bible that my godmother, Miss Vines, gave me when I preached my first sermon. I was at Simon Temple in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And man, I've when I tell you, I know sometimes I say some things that that I probably should not have been saying, and sometimes I've done some things that I probably should not have done. Uh, but I still love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And I don't play about this Bible, man. You all can see here, man. Oh, you can't see here, but this Bible is. I actually need to get it rebinded, but I read this thing every single day. And in Proverbs, watch this. The Bible talks about being a good steward of what God has given you over in Proverbs 21. Let me see here. I think it's 21 verse 5. Yeah, 21 verse 5. That the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. I'm going to read this again. Here in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5 says that the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. So being diligent means paying attention. It means not just following what everyone else does. It means asking questions and making sure your strategy aligns with your values and your goals, not just what the government and the job tells you what to do. Watch this. Let me go deeper. Not just what the government, the job, and Anthony Oneal, YouTubers and influencers tell you to do. No, you got to do the research. You got to make sure that it aligns with the word and with your life. And part of being a good steward is protecting what you've been working hard for. That's why I want you to talk. That's why, how do I say this? That's why I want to talk about something that's been around for thousands of years, right? That I believe I need to introduce you all to this. I've never talked about this within my platform. I'm just now walking into this myself. And I honestly just now opened up an account this week to get a little bit of this information for myself. But I think I want to share it to you. And I want to give you some information. And I want you to do your own research. I want to share something with you that a lot of people don't know about. A lot of people don't know about it. And I'm still learning about it. And it's called gold IRAs. If you know anything about gold IRAs, right? Put something in the chat. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see what you know. Let me see what you know. All right. So let me break down exactly what a gold IRA is. Okay. It's a self-directed retirement. Here's my notes. I'm looking at my notes. Y'all over here, cameras here, my notes over here. All right. So I'm make sure I say this thing correctly. It's a self-directed retirement account that allows you to hold physical gold and other precious metals as part of your retirement savings. Now, some people may say, "Hey, yo, why does this matter?" Well, because while the government can change some of the rules on your 401k, gold has been a store of value for thousands of years. It's mentioned, as we can see in this Bible, over 400 times alone. Kings and queens used it, right? It's been trusted across every culture, every generation. And here's the key. With a gold IRA, you have, honestly, more control. You're not just trusting paper assets that can be printed or manipulated. You're holding something, some people would say tangible. So let me give you, and I did some research. As I'm learning, I'm teaching. This may not be for everyone. I'm just now getting into it. But I like what I am learning because, again, now that I have my foundation covered, follow me here, I'm looking into different things. I'm not huge on crypto, but I'm investing a little bit into crypto. Watch this. I'm not huge into art, but I've been investing a little bit of money into art. I actually just purchased one of my most expensive pieces. And so because I have the foundation covered, I'm learning to continue learning and spreading out my portfolio. And I just want to expose y'all to this. All right. So let me give you 3 reasons why people are looking at gold IRAs specifically right now. Number one, inflation protection. When inflation goes up, when your dollar buys less, gold historically has held its value. So while your cash loses purchasing power, gold tends to maintain or increase in value. So it's somewhat of a hedge against inflation, I would say, per se. Number two, just from doing my research, this is what I love. It diversifies us. Remember what I said about not putting all your eggs into one specific basket? But let me pause right here. I do not want you to put your money into a gold IRA over your 401k. Watch this. I don't want you to put your money into a gold IRA over a Roth IRA. I'm exposing this to you so you could do some research, check it out for yourself, put some money in it, put $100 in it, put $200 in it. But a gold IRA gives you an asset class that moves differently than stocks and bonds. When the market crashes, gold often goes up. So it balances somewhat your portfolio. Number three, stability in uncertain times. We're living in uncertain times. Let's just be honest. Government rules are changing. Markets are volatile. Wars, economic uncertainty. Gold, for some people, has provided stability. I still have a lot to learn to make sure I can say that with my own conviction, right? I do believe it is a safe heaven when everything else falls and goes down shaky. So, here's how gold IRA works. All right, it's simpler than what you think. Make sure I have my notes correctly. All right, you work with a custodian who specializes in self-directed IRAs. They help you purchase IRS-approved gold coins and bars. That gold is stored in a secure, insured place. You don't keep it at home. It's professionally stored and protected. Technically, you never see the gold. And to be honest with you, you don't want gold at your house, right? And just like that, your 401k, it grows tax deferred and tax free depending on whether you chose a traditional or a Roth gold IRA. You get the same tax benefits, but with an asset you actually control. You can even roll over some of your money from an existing 401k or IRA into a gold without any penalties if you do it right. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't do it. If you're going to open up a gold IRA account, start fresh. Do not touch any of your money from your 401k, your Roth IRA, your mutual funds, your ETFs. No, 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 no. Now, let's say if you got some single stocks, I wouldn't be upset with you moving it over there, but I do not want you to touch the foundation. Remember, I'm super key on this. I teach this inside my escape plan. Do not touch the foundation portfolio that is going to guarantee you to be a net worth millionaire. But I do believe that as we're building wealth, there's nothing wrong with investing into the cryptocurrency. There's nothing wrong with investing into Bitcoin. I don't have any Bitcoin, but I don't see there's nothing wrong with it as long as you have the foundation covered. So there's nothing wrong with opening up a gold IRA. Just do not take it away from that. All right? Please don't. And I know some of you are thinking right now, Anthony, this sounds interesting, but I do not know where to start. And I get it. That's why I have the website for you. Let me pull it up. You can go to anthonyoneal.com/gold IRA. Again, that is gold IRA. Let me pull up the screen so you can see it. And like I said, I want to give you options. I want to give you options. So if you go to anthonyoneal.com/gold IRA, you will see one, two, three, four, four companies, and then you will also see my top recommendation. This is who I opened up my account with, the American Hartford Gold. I'm gonna be honest with you all. I only put about $500 into that account because I want to learn more about it. I want to see how it moves, how it works. And so if you got $50, $100, whatever that is, man, come on here, listen, choose any of these companies. I don't care who you choose. In this season of my life, I want to give you options, and I want to give you the opportunity to do research for yourself and see which one works for you. But this is the company that I went with, American Hartford Gold. But Priority Gold is cool. American Gold and Silver Group, they've been around for a long time. But I felt a little bit more comfortable with this one. So if you go to anthonyoneal.com/gold IRA, you will be able to see exactly which company works best for you. Have a conversation with them, reach out to them, have a dialogue. But I would definitely say if you got an extra 100, $200 laying around, man, listen, I would sit there and do it. There's no pressure. There's no sales pitch. It's just education, yo. All right. If you want to explore whether a gold IRA makes sense for your situation, check out these resources. Visit them. Fill out the inquiry form and say, hey, you know what? Tell them. I'm a member of Anthony Oneal's community in the Black. He mentioned you all. I would love to learn a little bit more information about it. Listen, do not invest your money. Let me say this up front. Let me put me back on the full screen. Anything that I suggest to you all, do not put your money into it until you feel comfortable about it. Don't do it just because I said do it. Don't do that. No, no, no. That's why I'm giving you options. So you can do research. Because every single thing that I suggest to you all, for the most part, I will do it. But I'm being honest. I just started doing this. I'm still learning this, right? I feel confident in mentioning it to you all. But man, I want you all to do more research. But I think we have to get to a point to where we start diversifying our portfolio and making sure that if something changes major over here, that we have other things that's generating us money. Listen, if you click on one of these, you're going to get, they're going to give you a free guide that breaks down everything you need to know. And you could talk to an expert who can answer your specific questions. There's no obligations at all, just information so you can make the best decision for your family and for your future. So listen, go to anthonyoneal.com/gold IRA. I'll put the link inside of the description. Let me put it inside of the chat for you. HTTPS anthonyoneal.com/gold IRA. All right, so I just pinned it inside of the chat. And we can go from, all right. So, all right, let me give you your action steps. I'm going to let y'all go, and I'll take any questions for those of you all who need to go. Here's what you need to do before December 31st, 2025, all right? Step number one, check your income. If you're making close to $145,000 or think you might cross that threshold, you need to pay attention. This is your last year to make pre-tax catch-up contributions if you're over 50. Action step number two, I want you to talk to your HR department. Find out if your employer offers a Roth 401k option. If they don't, you need to know now so you can plan accordingly. Don't wait until 2026, fam, to find out you've lost your catch-up contributions. Please don't. That's why I'm here, to try to help you all out as much as possible. Action step number three, I need everyone. Everyone, whether you're making $145,000 a year or $50,000 a year, max out your 2025 contributions. If you're eligible for catch-up contributions and want that tax break, max them out this year, because once 2026 hits, the rules do change forever. And then action step number four, please diversify your retirement strategy, your income strategy. Don't put all your retirement savings into one place. Okay. Look at Roth IRAs. Look at good mutual funds. Look at good ETFs. Look at a gold IRA and other options that give you more control and tax diversification. I'm telling you right now, I was on a live with Bishop Jakes, and I said, one of the things wealthy individuals who are wealthier than I have taught me is there is a strategy. And one of the key strategies is tax sheltering. How do we put our money into places that we can legally, ethically, morally, and because I'm a Christian, spiritually prevent myself from spending extra money and giving the IRS extra money? If I could do it legally, ethically, morally, and spiritually, I'm keeping this money as much as possible. Okay, but here's what I really want you to hear me. Here's what I really want you to hear today. All right, wealth planning, retirement planning is not just about following the rules. It's about building the right strategy that works for you. The government is going to keep changing rules. Markets are going to keep going up and down, but your goals do not change. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be working until I'm 65 years old. I'm 41 today. I'm pretty sure the majority of us want to retire and I hate the word retire. I'm pretty sure the majority of us want to get to a place to where we don't have to keep exchanging our time for money in our 60s and 70s. I would love to see the majority of us right around 50 to 55. I know some of you are already there, but for those of us who are still in our 30s and our 40s, I would love to see us at a point to where we are no longer in a place where we have to exchange our time for money in our 50s. Where if we're exchanging our time for money, it's because we enjoy doing what we do, not because we have to. Your goals don't change. You want to leave a legacy for your family. You want financial peace. And that means you need to stay informed. Like what you're doing right now by watching this video while it was live or even watching a replay. Diversifying your assets and work with people you trust and make decisions, watch this, based on your values, not just what everyone else is doing. Again, this is about what the Word of God teaches, stewardship. This is about being intentional. This is about taking control of your financial future. All right. So listen, go read the article. I'll put the article inside the chat. And please do more research for yourself. Do not take my word for it completely. My job is to expose, to educate. It is then your job to take what I expose and go do deeper research for you and your home. And if you want to learn more about gold IRAs and whether they make sense for you and for your family, go to anthonyoneal.com/gold IRA. Okay. Click on that link, learn more information. But I would definitely say if you got a little bit of money, got $100, $200, put it inside of that. Instead of for doing Starbucks, hey, try that out. Put some money into it. Doesn't bother me if you do or if you don't. I just want to make sure that you have the option. All right. Listen, I know this stuff can seem overwhelming, especially right now with the government shutdown. Nearly 300,000 African American ladies lost their job. The government changing rules and financial advisors use complicated language, and it feels like the deck is stacked all against us. But here's the thing. You can take control of your you can take control of your financial future. You can build wealth, and you can and you will. In my community, you will retire earlier than an average person. I mean that, all right? I mean that. I mean that. Dr. D, thank you for saying that, man. I think people got to really, I want to put that up on the screen. I think people got to understand that I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough, man. Like, one of the things I'm always asking God for is, God, give me the right strategy. Like, God, give me the right strategy to, watch this, not just to build wealth, but man, I don't know about y'all, but how many of you all have made some dumb decisions in the past? Watch this. I've built the level of wealth because of the right strategy, but I'm single because I followed the wrong dating strategy. Some of us are struggling in certain areas because we followed the wrong strategy. Some of us are struggling financially because we have the wrong strategy. The word of the day, the word of this year, the word of our community here in the black and a million plus subscribers that we have now, everything comes back to, does this support or strengthen the strategy? If I do this, is this a part of the strategy? There is a strategy to being a better husband. There is a strategy to being a better wife. There is a strategy to being a good employee or a good employer. There is a strategy to building wealth. There is a strategy to getting out of debt. There is a strategy to building a business. There is a strategy to dating. There is a strategy to being a friend. There is a strategy to being a mom, being a dad, being a son, being a daughter. There is a strategy to everything. And I think sometimes what we tend to do is that we get the wrong strategy. This is why, if you're following and seeing my growth over the last, I would say, year and some change, I'm changing even how I teach. Because one of the things that why I went back to school was I was like, bro, I gotta make sure I have the right strategy to teach my people. Because I was following the wrong dating strategy because I was listening to single people telling me how I should date. Single people. You've never been successful with dating. And I was listening to single people strategy on how to get a wife. And at 41, I'm still single. But then I was listening to a debt-free, wealthy guy teach me about money, give me his strategy on wealth building, which is why I'm debt-free and wealthy today. Because I was following a guy where his strategy worked. But I was following a culture and a society and social media. Well, shoot, if she says this, if she does that, and I'm still single. Still single. So thank you, Dr. D. Dr. D. The word is strategy. Y'all, in my community, hold me to it. And I want to challenge you all. I want to challenge you. Look at your life. Look at the areas that you're struggling in. And I'm not just talking about money now. This is the whole preaching and teaching side of me. Look at the areas of where you're struggling at in life. And y'all, I'm not saying I'm single. Like, I don't need y'all coming here saying, oh, she's coming, pray for God. No, listen, y'all. I'm not struggling with dating. I'm holding myself accountable for some of the foolish decisions that I did. I'm single because of me, right? I'm not struggling to meet a woman. No. So y'all get out my DMs. Stop saying God is coming, she coming. I know she coming. This is not a call. This is not a cry. This is we gotta sometimes hold ourselves accountable. And I want to challenge you tonight. Ask yourself, look at yourself, what in your life is not, how do I say this? What in your life could do better? What areas of your life are struggling right now? And then when you identify that area, ask yourself honestly, well, what strategy and or system am I applying in? Like what strategy am I following? And the question is, we all got to ask, which I'm guilty of this. Is it God's strategy? Is it a proven strategy that has worked for several people or am I just on Instagram and TikTok relating to people and following and listening to hurt people? That's good, Mimi Love Space. That's good. That's good. I love that. I love that. Mimi Love Space said, man, I'm going on a retreat to handle an area this weekend. That's good. That's good. That's really good. It's really good. It's really good. This is why I come on here. Because I want to make sure that I'm presenting the right strategy to you all. I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing for you all and exposing you all. So, listen, I've been on here a lot longer. I know sometimes I say I'm on here for 15 minutes and then my heart just gets to pounding and I just get the whole preacher side of me comes in. So, I'm sorry. But man, do me a favor real quick. If you enjoyed this live, it's about 500 of you all watching right now. Can you hit that thumbs up for me real quick, please? Um, um, if you can, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up for me. I would definitely appreciate it. Um, hold on a minute. Let me see here and pull up some of y'all's questions. If you got a question, you can put it up there. Um, you know, So let me see what we got here. If you have any questions. Oh, that's what's up, man. I'm in the Potter's house on Thursday. Can't wait, man. I can't wait to be there too. It's going to be an awesome time with men. I'm excited about this, man. I'm excited to be around men who are hungry to learn about money. Not just money, but just even be vulnerable and get into a real good spot, man. Thank you all for hitting that thumbs up. Do you do one-on-one coaching? That's a good question, Monica. Listen, y'all, I can't say too much. I cannot say too much, and I won't say too much. But next month, I am going to be releasing something and announcing something that is going to be better than one-on-one coaching, and it's going to be much cheaper than one-on-one coaching. Because you got to understand, man, at this season of my life and at this stage of my life, man, a lot of churches pay a lot of money, or organizations, NFL, NBA teams. They pay a lot of money to get me for 1 hour. And I said, man, how can I duplicate myself for my community and get all of us closer to our financial goals? And I say us, I'm out of debt and I've already built a level of wealth, but I want more. And I want to help you get out of debt. I want to help you get out of the red and get into the black. So, Monica, I do not offer one-on-one coaching, but I have something that I, without a shadow of a doubt, believe is going to be much better than one-on-one coaching, that every one of our community members will be able to afford. And I'm going to walk you through a whole process for at least 3 years. And it's going to be the cheapest thing on the market, but the best thing on the market. And it's only going to be for our community. Guaranteed. 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 So we're going to be releasing it next month. I can't say too much about it right now. My team won't let me because we're just polishing it up. And I don't want to leak it too much. But y'all, all I'm going to say is just be on the lookout, because this is going to help you get out of debt quicker. It's going to help you track your money. It's going to help you. It's going to answer any questions. It's gonna be amazing, man. I'm really, 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 really excited about. Really excited about it. You know, man, tune in. All right, for those of you out who just now tuned in, what should we do before December 31st? Go back and watch the beginning of the show. I can't repeat everything. I don't want to repeat people. I'm just trying to answer a couple of questions before I get off this live. Is the gold IRA available through Moomoo? It's not available through Moomoo, but for those of you all who are looking for NVIDIA stock, do not forget, if you're new to the channel, I think, let me make sure, let me confirm. Good question, Dr. D. Thank you so much. I want to make sure before I say this. All right, they're still doing it. Come on now. Listen, man, this is, I love my community, man. Y'all are all right with me. Listen, if you are saying, okay, Anthony, I'm going to do the gold IRA, but right now, the number one company in the world is NVIDIA. All right. And right now, what we have to do is start investing into it, whether you put $100 into the company. And so, man, my company, Moomoo, that I have partnered with, they're offering $1,000, up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock if you join through my link. So if you go to anthonyoneal.com/Moomoo, they're going to give you up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock. I probably have about $100,000 in NVIDIA right now, because I keep a lot of my money in mutual funds and ETFs, but I do have a lot of money inside of that. And so if I was you, I would go open up an account. Remember, it is up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock. The key word there is up to. So if you only put $100, they're not going to give you $1,000 for NVIDIA stock. All right, let me be honest with you up front. But if you put a lot of money into it, you're going to get $1,000. Because if they just give everyone $1,000 in NVIDIA, well, NVIDIA could go broke. So we can't do that. But if you can put in 100 and get $100, get $200 for NVIDIA stock, that is free money. That is free stocks. Now, so I would highly, highly, highly encourage you to do this. They were supposed to cut this off last month, but they didn't. And so, shoot, man, listen, I wish I can go open up another account. Wait, can I? I just thought about that. I can have a different bank account. Oh, shoot. Let me not think that out loud. Let me process that because I don't want to misrepresent myself and or Moo. So so yeah. I don't want to do that out loud, but yeah, man, you know. Here we go. Is it ideal to consider to buy a piece of property overseas where it might be cost effective based on a limited budget? Dave, I mean, I'm doing that currently in Ghana. I do not suggest that everyone gets some property overseas because you got to hire management for that. My suggestion again is to follow the system that I teach inside the escape plan, and which is, man, get the foundations covered first before you start investing into even other real estate. Man, start maxing out your contributions, your 401k contributions, your high yield savings account contributions, your Roth IRA or traditional IRA contributions, any mutual funds that you may open. And watch this out. Watch this, you guys. Even your HSAs accounts, your health savings accounts, because your health savings account is one of the best tax shelters that you could have. And you can also invest that money inside your health savings account into a good mutual fund if you're not using the money for your health benefits, right? So my whole philosophy is to make sure you cover the foundation before you start doing anything extracurricular. Anything extracurricular would be like a gold IRA, would be a anything outside of your main property for real estate. I would definitely say just cover that stuff because that's free money that you can have access to through the terms of compound interest. Now, is real estate important? Absolutely. I have a real estate portfolio, but I wouldn't go across the seas to get a property. I would not even go across the seas before getting a property here, right? Is it lucrative over there? Absolutely. But does it cost you more money to maintain it? Yes, because now you got to pay someone to manage it over there and you got to pay someone to clean it over there. That's not that easy. All right, so that would be my suggestion, bro. Just cover that, and I'm gonna do another show on this one day as far as like what are the great opportunities to invest overseas. I'm actually taking back a group of people to Ghana here in a couple of weeks. It's about 25 of us going to Ghana, and so we're going to be exposing them to some things in Ghana. I'm really excited about that. Then we're going to Egypt at the beginning of next month, so I'm really excited about that. Um, yeah, I just said that, Monica. I'm going back to Egypt, going back to Ghana this time. So yes, I am going this year, right? So I'm really excited. But we're gonna go next year. Actually, next year I may do Israel. I may do Israel next year. I will know in December if this particular company, because I was supposed to go to Israel, 2 years ago, and that crap was just horrible when that war broke out. It wasn't a good experience with our travel agency, and they did us totally wrong. So I changed the travel agency, signed an agreement and a contract with them, and to make sure that they had all the policies covered. And so I will only travel with this new company now because they have a guarantee in place to where if war breaks out or anything happens outside of our control, they will refund us the money. And so I trust Jay and his team, and it's been nothing but a great experience. And so next year, we're probably going to do Israel and like Cape Town or something like that in Africa. Every year, I'm going to do an Africa trip because I think our people needs to be exposed more to Africa. But then Israel, it has to be back on my bucket list. I want to go every year because it's nothing like taking this, and I'm closing here. It's nothing like taking his word, going to Israel, and what you're reading in his word, you're standing in it in the physical. Listen, man, I ain't perfect. God knows, boy. I still got some things God is working on, but there still is a spiritual side of me. And that God just really touches my heart and my soul, man. So listen, you guys share this show with someone who needs it. Help them understand what's happening with the 401ks. If you want to learn more about gold IRAs, listen, y'all, invest in it. I want to see you start investing in things that are assets. You should have more assets than toys and liabilities and luxury items. I need you to start investing into more assets. So go to anthonyoneal.com/gold IRA. Put $100 in there. Go to anthonyoneal.com/moo. Get you $1,000 in NVIDIA stock. And I promise you, you will be well. All right. Listen, I got to go. Y'all, tomorrow's show, for those of you all who are live, you're going to want to see it. I called 100 debt relief companies, right? 100 debt relief companies over like the last 6 months to a year. I did some research. I'm going to tell you the truth about these companies. And out of the 100, I only found two that I honestly feel comfortable putting my name on them. I called them, I drilled them, and 98 of them, I hated them. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to be shocked on some of the things that I found out about. So make sure to watch tomorrow's show because I think that I set it up in a way to where if you fall within this particular category, these two debt relief companies are going to help you get out of debt fast and save you a whole lot of money, right? But this is only for a certain group of people. Okay, it's not for everybody. It's not. It's not. It's not. So tomorrow's show, 10 a.m. And if you're watching the replay later on, just check it out, and I promise you it will be well. All right, love y'all. I gotta go. I'm getting a little tired. Peace.